5 games. It's probably likely we'll see an overtime or 2 or 3. These teams are incredible. 2 of the best teams in the world, period, in Rocket League. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's Rocket Aces versus Flipside Tax with commentary. It's going to be Waypunk and Leaf. Take it away, guys.
A showdown for top 2. It's Flipside versus Rocket Aces. Both these teams come in at 3-1, looking to tie up Northern Gaming with that 4-1 record. The loser will drop to 3-2, and this match could not mean more, Leaf.
This is really intense. I mean, we also just saw Flipside Tactics play a game and lose 3-0 against Oh My Dog. That's not going to help their psyche at all.
Yep.
But at the same time, they're playing against a team that shut down every single opportunity they had on offense. And, I mean, I feel like that's not going to happen to the same extent here. I mean, obviously, Market is such a good team, but to the same extent of defensiveness, I think we're going to see a little bit better play at a Flipside.
Got Market Aces in the orange and Flipside in the blue. Let's see who is able to pull this one off. Tie up Northern Gaming in the standings. Game number 1 underway here on DFH. As Cookser sets that one out in a very dangerous place. Pashy was not able to take the shot. They will fall back over into the orange now. As Devo wins out the 50-50 with Cookser. Pashy's able to wrap that one around the wall, and then Greasy puts it up high. Marky going to try and go for it, but misses in the air. Luckily, Cookser's there for them. They're able to push that one forward, but Violent Panda with the solid clear on the back wall. Greasy immediately counters, putting it back out in the box. Now Violent Panda looking to pressure that one out. It'll be Cookser with the hard clear. Lots of hard clears coming out from Flipside as Marky drops that one just barely off the post. Very close to putting that one in. Now Pashy puts that one around. Can Devo put that one back in the middle? He tries. Cookser puts it high. Can Marky get over the top? He does, and here comes Flipside on offense.
I mean, he's starting to pace it up now. Marky wasn't playing as hot as we've seen him. His accuracy is generally usually pretty good, but as you said, he saw him make a whiff before, almost got that shot there, but not quite. Probably could have made it, but you know, he's pacing up now. Well, hopefully he can just keep on that track.
Pashy winning that 50-50, put the ball into the blue corner. Devo might be able to weasel this one in. He does, puts it in all by himself. An amazing play there, and Market Aces strikes first.
I mean, it's just good patience from Devo. They talk about him being a good goal scorer. Waited for the miss from Marky. Gets the backside on that descender to the far side. Even a follow-through in case there was a defender there. But just good patience from him and good placement as well.
3:41 left to go in game number 1, and Market Aces up for getting the first goal. Now Greasy plays it over the top of Pashy out into the box. Marky can't quite shoot. Cookser comes in to finish, but Pashy gets the block. Can Greasy keep the pressure on? He's got the ball in the corner, and Devo just holds it up high so Violent Panda can play this one. If Devo tries to play it past Marky, he puts it out in the middle. Here comes Cookser taking a shot towards the net. Devo blocks it away with ease. And Cookser keeps the pressure on. Devo now looking to drop this one out as Marky puts that one onto the backboard. Greasy in to take a shot. Oh, just barely outside of the goal. Cookser comes in again, ever so slightly high. And that leaves it with Market as they're going to try and pressure this one back out. Transition onto offense. Greasy shot. Going wide. Carried away by Devo. Pashy. Trying to set that one in the high now. Violent Panda going to be moving along here as he and Devo move together. Greasy puts it into the corner. Marky and Cookser back on the midfield line. Marky takes a shot. Blocked away by Devo. The defense from Market Aces continuing to hold on here as they are currently shutting out Flipside.
8 shots to 2 right now for Flipside. And, I mean, we're seeing a very similar situation that we saw against Oh My Dog. No goals are able to make it in at this point. And Marky just keeping them out. They found one opportunity to put one in, and they took it. But there has been a little bit more freedom for Flipside to make some of the plays they like to be making, and they're getting a lot closer to scoring than they did against Oh My Dog.
Cookser puts that one into the corner. Oh, and it's above the goal now. Devo out to midfield. Greasy puts it back to Cookser, who takes a shot over towards Marky, who doesn't get the touch. He could have easily sent that one, or easy for Marky anyways, sent that one into the goal. But he misses it, and there he goes. Finally gets that one underneath, and it's a tie game.
As you said, finally getting one in. Marky's had so many opportunities to score on net. A good pass out off that corner, right to him as he's waiting patiently and gets a shot finally. It's good to see they're all tied up on the scoreboard now.
Well, hopefully that's a good confidence booster to Marky, who's been having a bit of a rough game. Cookser coming over the top. Oh, this is the sort of kickoff they're used to. Sending that one just high the crossbar. Pashy comes up on the wall. Drops that one towards the box, and Greasy will play this one towards the backboard. Devo drops it down. He and Greasy up in the air now. It still is high, the goal. Violent Panda dropping that one through Cookser into the corner. Markey looking to play it away. Can't get it out. Might be able to pass this one. Misses the touch. Devo up. Plays it away from Greasy and drops it towards Violent Panda. Markey able to put it on the wall. Greasy makes it cross. Cookser in the back. Comes up. Knocks it towards the goal. But it is Pesci who will get the clear. Maka is going to be able to push into the blue.
I honestly think that's all Mocket's looking for. They're doing exactly what Oh My Dog did. Hold off on defense as much as possible and find that one opportunity to break through and capitalize on maybe an open goal, but Flipside's not giving them that chance.
Greasy setting that one over to Cookser. Bounces towards the box. Devo and Panda move up. 40 seconds left in the game as that one goes behind two players. Greasy on the wall. We'll have to play this one out. Misses the touch. Can Pesci finish? It bounces in a dangerous place. Violent Panda up. Oh, can Cookser just tap it just barely over the top of Devo? Bouncing away from the box. Very clutch play by Cookser. Put into a weird situation. He's able to make it pay off. Devo now. 20 seconds on the clock. As Pesci puts it up towards the middle. Markey puts it onto the backboard. It'll drop straight down, and Pesci will play it over to the side. Cookser is there and puts it onto the backboard once more. Violent Panda over the side. Where's Markey? He's going to be coming up from the back. Not going to be anything as Violent Panda drops this one towards Devo. Maka looking to see if they can finish this one in regulation. It will just sit on the ground, and we'll have overtime in game one.
I mean, it's, as I just said, they're doing so good on their offense, and they're not giving up any of their defensive rotation. Flipside is doing a good job of being very aware of their situation on the field, what opportunities Mocket has to move forward and try to score, and just cutting that out from that play at all.
Cookser in the air. Puts it on the backboard. It drops into the box off the touch from Markey, but Pesci will play it over to the far wall, and the 50-50 will go in favor of Violent Panda. Now Pesci wrapping around that blue corner. Markey puts it back. Up in the air where Greasy's able to take a shot towards the goal. Nice block by Devo. Over to Pesci on the wall. Ball spending a lot of time in the air as it drops towards the blue box. Back out to midfield. Devo puts it back into the corner. And now Cookser. It's the first minute of overtime. Coming close to expiring here. Still very even. Both teams with opportunities to score. Is it going to drop? No, Pesci will play it over to the corner.
What a shot from Cookser. Cookser is just incredible with any kind of, and it was talked about before, he can just put a shot in from absolutely anywhere. It doesn't matter using that Batmobile. Such good mechanical skill and shot precision from Cookser.
Greasy to Devo. Onto the wall from Markey. Over towards where Cookser is. Not able to take the shot. Markey Duda needing to fall back. He's getting messed with in goal. Can Devo drop it in? What a tuck, just to barely scoop it underneath the goal there and get the win here for Mocket.
Oh, just an incredible shot there. I mean, it was a good almost bump there, I think, on defense, but he gets a backboard bounce, follows it through, and that's what you have to do a lot of times. If you see a shot going off, don't just let it bounce off. Don't react to it. Follow it through and get that touchdown. Good job from Devo scoring. I think that was, almost all the goals for their team so far.
It was. Both goals were scored by Devo. One was assisted by Pesci. The other one was a solo play in the middle of the game. It was Devo really stepping up here. They were talking about him on the desk as being a fantastic player who's really been helping carry this Maka team, and he continues that trend here in game number one.
It was 14-8 shots in favor of Flipside Tactics. Those last 6 shots pretty much didn't come out for from Hockey Aces until the end of that match. They finally started they're like, hey guys, we're not finding any opportunities, which is great that they recognize that. I mean, Flipside was doing so good at cutting out any defensive mistakes that Hockey Aces is like, all right guys, we have to actually start pushing now. They started to do that, get a couple more shots, and it worked out for them. Very, very close game, only 2-1. And it's just, Flipside just can't find the back of the net. So many shots. It's been relentless for them, and they can't find it. And that's something that I think precision they just need to start getting. Markey Duda, we know he can shoot. We know he can put the ball in the net. He's just had a couple too many misses.
Yeah, no, it's been kind of some uncharacteristic inaccuracy coming out from Flipside that's got Mocket and Oh My Dog in the win situation. We'll see what they're able to do here. Will they be able to bounce back, get kind of tightened up on offense in the way we're used to seeing Flipside play, or will Maka be able to take this one all the way. Oh, what a shot from Greasy off of the corner.
Nice quick goal out there for Greasy. Those are always good to start off with. 6 seconds in, the hardest clear I've ever seen off the corner. Follows it through himself with a beautiful angle to put that in. Nice air roll sideways to get a power shot, and that's the first one for Greasy.
You know, Exodus yesterday dropped a 3-0 series and then went down 2-0 to Genesis before reverse sweeping Genesis in the Bible rivalry. So I think at this point, Flipside's just kind of sticking to the script. They got to let Northern Gaming, or Maka Aces rather, win 2 games in a row. And then they'll pull it out. You know, that's just how it works. So.
Well, as the Dest was saying, you know, a lot of times Flipside goes down in the first game, or even really early on in the series, puts himself in a weird spot. They are the clutch masters. They're so good at coming back from a bad situation. I think it's really what drives them. They're like, all right, guys, let's kick it into overdrive. And that's what we might see here.
Past 30 seconds, we've seen a number of shots from Maka Aces. Most of them going wide, a few blocked. As they're still scoreless in game number 2. First minute about to expire here as Greasy passes it to Marky. Cookser in the air. Can he drop it in? Very close, but the contention from Devo able to block it away. Keep them from extending that lead. Now Devo trying to push this one out. Violent Panda can't quite get there in time, and Marky makes it 2 goals.
Good pressure there. And actually, Cookser almost had this incredible touch off the corner. I think the flip got him caught off guard, but Marky now connecting with the back of the net. Those are the precise shots we were exactly just talking about. Marky puts that in the top corner. No one can get to that, and with such power.
They step it up here in game number 2. First minute's been all Flipside. Let's see how Mocket's able to respond. A crazy shot there. Just going high from Greasy. Marky going to try and wrap this one around. Cookser now passes out to Greasy in the mid. Violent Panda will send it above the goal. Devo drops it to Pashy, who's able to get it past Marky into the goal. A great play by Pashy, and Maka Aces is on the board.
Just a good team play in general. Look at Panda get that one out to Devo, who gets that up to Pashy, and they finish that one off. Very, very good awareness from all 3 of them, knowing that they have to get speed to get this ball moving forward quick.
3:32 left to go. Northern Maka Aces here. Down by 1, looking to bring this back. Greasy will set that one out. Violent Panda now pushing it into the corner. Marky Duda clears it to the far side. Devo looking to pass to Pashy. Can he get the angle? A nice placement. Oh, yeah. Man, draws out Cookser and Greasy. See if Violent Panda can continue to punish this one as it's lofted into a good spot. Devo sends it towards the net. It's just Marky in the back who plays it up to Cookser. They're going to be able to get away from this situation, but not because of any mistakes on Maka's side. That was some fantastic offense.
As you said, I mean, they almost got a little bit antsy. You could see it from Panda and Devo. They're like, okay, the ball's in front of the net. Let's move up. They played it smart. They stayed back, and they're able to maintain their pressure.
Violent Panda with a nice shot placement. Kind of a rough clear there by Greasy. Gave Violent Panda an excellent shot. As Cookser tries to drop this one through, they're just trapped on their own back wall right now. Very much bunched up in goal, and that'll leave plenty of space for Devo to put this one on the backboard once more. Marky pushing this one up to midfield. Cookser will clear it. Right to Devo. Marky will let it go back into the corner, and we'll see if Cookser can get the clear this time. It's back over to Greasy Meister. Finally gets a very solid touch into the orange, but Pashy all alone plays this one high. Now Marky looking to drop this one off the backboard, see if he can get the double tap. He's not going to be able to get there. Greasy gets some contention. Marky flips on the wall and loses control for just a moment, which gives Mocket the time they need to get back on defense. Close situations on both sides of the ball.
That's so great. I love to see that when it happens. Greasy flipped away from the ball to get the underside touch on that to slowly roll towards the net. Unfortunately, it was way too slow. Such a good opportunity from them. They are still up in the series, which is good for them, but I mean, they definitely want to extend this lead, and they're so close to it.
Ball in midfield with Devo. Greasy Meister in the backfield gets demoed. Marky barely gets there in time. Just the last possible moment getting that save. Violent comes to drop this one through. Marky again gets the save, and Cookser gets the clear. And there's the transition from Greasy up to Marky, getting it onto the backboard. No other presence yet, as Cookser comes up a moment late, wins the 50-50. There's a nice drop. No one really in a good spot to block it. Greasy just looking for an opportunity. He's not able to get there, and Devo sends a nice lofter towards the net. Cookser plays it high. And Pashy will drop that one towards the backboard. Cookser cannot get it over the top of Violent Panda, who drops it into the box, looking for an opportunity to tie this one up with 1 minute remaining. He's keeping the pressure on. Devo's in a nice spot, but the clear from Cookser sends it out to midfield, and now it's Marky Duda passing it out into the middle. Greasy hung back. He's going to let Bashy have some space here. Actually going to successfully tackle the 1v1 master there. As Violent Panda tries to push this one around, it's still Flipside trapped in their own half with 37 seconds left. Who's it going to be? As they're able to send that one back into the orange. Greasy over the top, puts this one into the box. Market Aces, 50-50 going in favor of Cookser in the final 30 seconds. Drops this one towards the goal. Does it go in? It does. A great shot from Cookser.
Just a nice soft lob to extend their lead with 23 seconds left. I mean, look at that nice touch from anywhere. We keep saying it. This guy can shoot. And he shows it right there with that shot. Beautiful, nice lob, hard to defend.
And with 23 seconds remaining, that's pretty much going to secure the win here for Flipside, unless we see some last-minute heroics from Mocket. They're in a nice spot, but Greasy gets a very solid clear that keeps the ball in the air for a very long time, burning time off the clock, giving his teammates time to move down the field as well. And Greasy will send that one into the corner as the final countdown happens here. So looking like Flipside ties up the series here at a game apiece as we move into game number 3. It's been nice to see them bounce back.
No, it's great, and exactly as Gibbs mentioned, they put away the first one, they give that one up. You know, maybe it's to feel out their opponents. Maybe it's to trick them, give them a false sense of security, lull them into a sleep, and then just destroy them.
I mean, that's something we saw that iBuyPower, the former G2 former iBuyPower, would do a lot in season number 1.
Absolutely.
Where they would lose that first game, most likely not intentionally, but they would just kind of just like not really take the first game into the contention of the match. Just be like, oh, let's play this game. If we win it, great. If we don't, doesn't matter. We figured out what the opponent's doing, and now we'll be able to really, really step it up in games 2 through 5. We've seen Flipside doing a similar thing here as they're able to take game number 2. We'll see if they're able to continue it here.
Yeah,
in game number 3.
I mean, I saw them start to move out. I mean, game number 1, we saw Flipside with a lot of shots on. We saw them putting a lot of pressure onto Market Aces. And near the end of game number 1, they started to push out. And that stayed true coming into game number 2. I mean, I just got confirmed by the numbers and the amount of shots, too. I'm going to do some crazy math here, but 14. I did it. I did it right. 14 shots coming out from Market, and they still lost. Like that's an insane amount of pressure they started to put on, but still kept out by Flipside. And I think that helps with the fact that they came from a series before where they were making mistakes. They got to learn from that. They said, all right, we've just played a team that did this. Let's strengthen our defense a bit. You see Greasy sitting back a little bit more, just watching as Marky and Cookser get shots. Cookser was just going off in that last set, just taking shots from everywhere. Unfortunately, not putting a lot of them in, but still taking the shots, and it seems to be a good setup they have going into this next game.
For sure, and they were able to get 9 saves of those 14 shots. The way that they were able to step it up in their own goal, hold those off, and on 5 shots, they only had 5 shots to the 14 from Market Aces. The way that they were able to efficiently play on offense and keep that win in their hands was very, very impressive.
Yeah, so. No, it's well, coming into the next match, I think it's going to be really on Flipside's end right now. I mean, shots were coming out, as we just said, from Market Aces. Just such strong defense coming out from Flipside as well. They're able to transition hard. Marky's making shots on target now. It's all coming together, and they're starting to play as a unit much better now.
Yeah, and it's similar. I kind of wonder if Flipside maybe is like, okay, well, we just got beaten by a team that was like, let's just play defense. And then they lose a game to Market, who's like, let's just play defense. So they're like, you know what? We can play defense. They step it up. They let Market take lots of shots. They're like, oh, let's just keep on saving it, and then we'll just push out and make our own plays, go for the counterplay strats instead of going for the full-on offense stats or strat. And so, I don't know if that's if that's what they did on purpose, if they like intentionally made that sort of mindset, but that is kind of what we saw by the stats, and it definitely worked for them there in game 2.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much gods, so like I would just expect them to just know what they're doing. They're playing like 4 games ahead right now.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if they're able to continue that here in game 3, or will Market Aces bounce back, tying up the series. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Either of these teams, whichever one wins, will tie Northern Gaming for first place.
And you know what? That's something that I just saw their Devo do that we haven't seen much of. I mean, Pashy's generally a very aggressive player. He generally likes to demo and get frisky with the opponents. We didn't see that a lot from them in the last match, and that might be what they changed coming into game number 3. That'll allow them to pull away with the win, and that might be exactly what they need.
Maka going to play that one down into the the blue half of Flipside here. So Marky puts it up. Greasy drops it back down to his teammate Cookser. We'll be trying to play this one out. Interesting fact, Mocket Aces has already beaten Northern Gaming. They hold the tiebreaker between Northern Gaming and Mocket. So if they manage to pull off the win here against Flipside, at least for this week, they will take that #1 spot. Northern Gaming will be in second. If Flipside wins, it'll still remain to be seen, as Flipside and Northern Gaming have not played each other yet. It'll be one of the last matches next week. Oh, and Devo with an angle from the side. Didn't even look like it was possible to get an angle there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good shot there. I mean, his teammates were backing out and just saw that he had a shot. They're like, okay, let's get out in case this does get saved. But just a good awareness of there's no one on that goal line. I'm just going to take a shot.
That was a very, very tight angle. And it gives Mocket Aces the lead here in game number 3. Cookser sends that one very fast onto the backboard, bounces right off onto the hood of Devo. And we're going to see Mocket try to push this one out. Devo passing across the field to Violent Panda. Cookser still gets the save after the team play, but Violent Panda keeps the pressure on as Marky wasn't quite able to clear it. And Greasy going to try to send this one away. Devo keeps the pressure on. Mocket still threatening to score again. So Violent Panda looks to drop this one in all by himself. Almost squeezes that one through, and it's back out to the middle. Or Cookser misses that touch, but it will relieve some pressure here. Spashy's going to try and turn this one around. Flipside having trouble breaking out of their own half right now. Violent Panda there on the wall. Pashy puts that one back out to the middle where Cookser is the only one. He'll pass it up far to Marky, who takes a shot just high, and Cookser will come in to finish. Can they get it through? No! Violent Panda with the clear, and now they're going to transition back out on offense.
That was absolutely close. They started to create an opportunity, but this is a lot of back and forth now. You see that halfway mark coming up, and only 1 goal scored. This is a good recorrection for Mocket Aces right now. They figured out what they need to do, and they just need to keep this lead.
Greasy Meister. Someone onto the backboard, and Devo will carry it over the top. And Marky trying to push that one through, but Pashy gets it in the corner. Cookser drops it down. Greasy Meister got demo. This is a breakaway opportunity as Devo sends that one in. The demo was critical. That's 2-0 for Mocket.
Remember what I said at the beginning? These guys need to start looking for that aggressive gameplay. That demo was absolutely critical to the goal, and that's what allowed it to go in. And now they see themselves in the lead, and even despite the shots in the last one they lost, the demo helped them get a goal here and extend the lead.
Right here at halftime, seeing Flipside down by 2 after winning game number 2. Seeing Mocket Aces try to take the lead back in the series. Greasy will send that one across the midfield line. Watches this one as Violent Panda plays it past him. Marky needs to fall back, and it'll be Cookser who plays it over to the side. Greasy sets this one out. Marky in the air to challenge, but he's slow as Devo gets the double tap. The crazy angles, that's a hat trick for Devo.
Okay, Devo, I see you. He's done this before, and he does it again. Look at this shot. Just follows it through. I talked about it before. Following through is so critical. Able to turn his car around and get the underside nose on it. What a shot from Devo. Not much more to say besides he's incredible.
That was impressive. As they move forward here with a 3-0 lead. Mocket looking excellent, making the adjustments they need to. That aggression being key for them. As they're able to trap Flipside in their own half for much of this game. Flipside with very few shot opportunities so far. Cooks are carrying this one over the top of 2. It will be Violent Panda who drops this one back down into his own box for Devo. He'll play it over to the side. Violent Panda over the top. They'll be pushing back onto offense. We'll see if Flipside can hold on here as they take a shot. Marky shoots towards the goal. And Cookser plays over the side. Onto the backboard. Violent Panda back out to the middle. And Pashy gets it past Marky. Here comes Mocket.
It could be either the Flipside killer or what extent, or gives up a goal, but Devo is starting to move fast. He is moving hard. He's feeling that last goal. He's pumped right now. Could push out of, push them up too far sometimes, or it could just be what destroys Flipside right now. I'm curious to see what it'll be, but Devo is ready to go.
Cookser push that one over the side with a minute remaining. Flipside still needs 3 for overtime. Drop it into the corner. Violent Panda plays it away. Cookser pushes that one back, and it's Devo who puts it over the top of Violent Panda. Greasy watching. We'll play that one back into the middle, and Marky goes up but is just low of the ball. Not going to be able to get the hit. It was a nice setup. Mocket still with ball control with 30 seconds remaining. It's looking ever more grim for Flipside.
As you said, 30 seconds is going to be hard, especially the way Mocket is playing right now. Just the pep in their step right now is so fast-paced. It's going to be hard, but a nice set down. No, so close for them.
So close. It was just right there. Not able to put it in. There goes one from Marky, but I think it might be a little bit too late at this point as there's only 9 seconds to score 2 more.
You never know. A quick early goal off the kickoff here could be it, but just a bad touch from Pashy there gives that to Marky. His accuracy is back. He's taking shots that go in the net, and the next game after this could be scary for Mocket.
We'll see how they're able to respond. What is Flipside going to do?
Not score enough in this match to win.
I don't think so at this point. They might get one more on the board here, but the clock's already hit 0, so it doesn't really make a difference, and that touch from Pashy will all but secure it as it sends it onto the ground. Game 3 going over to Mocket Aces, and they've got Flipside on match point.
And I think they found their stride. I said at the beginning that I think they need, game 1, the first half, they were kind of stuck on their own end. They were just like stuck from the pressure from the flip side. They're like, all right, this is tough. We need to break out. They broke out in the second half. Game number 2, they both were very strong. Shot after shot after shot. And they just couldn't find the win, though. And I think the critical piece was to step to the next level and get physical play introduced into their play style. It's exactly what they started to do. They started to get demos. It let them feel a little more comfortable on the field because they had more breathing room. And they were able to pull away with a fairly convincing win in that one. I mean, Flipside's still playing very strong, but it was just Mocket has found their full stride at this point. Devo going off, as we've seen him do before. I want more montage goals from him.
Yeah.
All about that montage.
Man.
But, I mean, it's up to Flipside now to pull this one back, but I think they know what they have to do. I saw the way they're playing at the end there. They're still playing strong. Marky's getting shots, and I think he's angry now. He wants those goals, and I think they're going to come in the next game.
Yeah, man, I would love to see some statistics on demos and see like how many more are they getting this game than they got in the last game. Was that really the big thing that made the difference? Because it was Devo's play, the way he was able to punish on that the demo on DeGreasy and immediately get the breakaway in, to get the crazy, obscene angle from the side, and then getting that double tap on the left-hand side of the goal. The way he was playing is what carried Mocket to victory there. Let's see if he keeps it up here in game number 4. His Flipside has got to win 2 in a row. It'll be Devo. Violent Panda. Now Pashy passes from Mocket. Carrying the ball towards the goal, but no shot materializing just yet as Devo there will put one onto the backboard. Draws Greasy and cooks her up. We'll see if Violent Panda can push this one away. Goes over to the side as Greasy will send it onto the backboard. Almost looks for a very long-range double tap. Is not quite able to get it. We'll send it over to the side as Cookser tries to push that one around. Now it's Violent Panda over to Devo. Back and forth. We saw Flipside break out, get onto offense, but they weren't really able to materialize any shots, and now they're back on the defense.
That's what they have to watch out for. Devo was up, cherry-picking hard there. Almost got a shot right on target. If they give up any bit of defense.
Oh, wow. Right there, as you called it, Pashy is able to send a screamer onto net, and Marky can't get back.
I mean, you pretty much just said it there. It's intercepted there by Pashy. Marky pushed up too hard. They're going to have to watch out hard for that because these guys are setting up plays that will destroy any lapse in defense.
4:13 left to go in game number 4. Mocket Aces looking strong, holding on to the lead right now in the series and the game. They have to hold on for 4 more minutes. They can finish off the before this weekend undefeated Flipside. Been having a rough week so far. They got 3-0'd and might get 3-1 here if they cannot hold on. Cookser drops that one in. Oh, the placement is amazing. Well done.
Even though there were defenders in the net, it didn't matter. There was enough power on it that it was way too hard to react to that. You see Devo try his darndest. Another teammate coming in, taking him out, but it's just such power to that shot. No time to react.
With 3:49 left to go, Flipside has tied up game number 4. Cookser in the corner there. Try and play it away, but Pashy's able to bounce it off the wall. Violent Panda misses in the air, and Devo's got to fly back as Greasy was trying to put that one right down the middle. Marky and Greasy now bouncing it around the corner, and Marky trying to come through. Can't get it through Violent Panda, who plays it back out in the middle for Devo. Pashy watching a net is just getting bulldozed right now by Greasy Meister, who opens up a lot of space. Marky's not there to finish the shot. Cookser had a great pass. Right now it's Violent Panda passing to Pashy, who sends it up the middle. Can he get it over? Tried to mind game Cookser, but he was able to play it away. Heads up play by Cookser.
Honestly, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Marky there. He just knew he couldn't get to the ball, moved in and took out the guy about to take the shot. great awareness from Marky there.
Violent Panda and Greasy facing off there on the side. It's up on the wall for Cookser to send towards the net. Violent Panda puts it across the midfield. It's Marky who will move up. And as it drops down, crosses the net. Greasy puts it over the top, but cannot quite get there. He's going to push this one down towards Marky. They'll be able to push it across the midfield line, but not before Devo immediately shuts it down and puts it back towards the box. There's Violent Panda. Over to the side, Devo plays that one straight up. Bouncing just very neutrally. It'll be Pesci who plays it onto the backboard. And there's the clear from Greasy Meister. Marky now watching this one. Plays it out, wins the 1v1 with Devo. Listen to the far side. Greasy looking for an opportunity as Violent Panda will play that one back. He's actually going to fall back. So is Cookser. Man, a lot of respect there from Flipside, realizing Violent Panda totally had control of that one. And there'll be Greasy playing it across the goal. Let's see if he can break out of his own half. There's Violent Panda. Over to Cookser. Devo going to drop this one straight down. Pesci is there. He'll be able to carry it. Oh, but Marky sets that one up high. 1:47 left to go. It's still a tie game as Greasy sends this one towards the net. Cleared away by Violent Panda. Can Cookser finish this one off? Tried, but Devo, right where he needed to be, clears it away.
And we're seeing, I mean, a lack of demos now. They're getting stuck on their own end. They need to give themselves a little bit more breathing room. Pesci keeps trying to go for these 1v1 situations, and it is a scary spot to be in when you're facing off against him. But, I mean, a good awareness from him, and to stay away from an ego and give that ball over to his teammate there to try to create an opportunity. Smart play from Pesci.
Devo sends that one over to the side. Marky Duda trying to create some pressure here from Flipside with 1:07 left to go. It's still a tie game as Violent Panda sends that one above the goal. The demo to Greasy opens up some space here for Violent Panda to shoot, but Marky gets the block and over the top of Pesci. He has an opportunity to shoot towards the net. An amazing play by Marky, getting the defense, getting the counterplay, and getting the lead for Flipside.
I think Pesci made a bad decision here. He had time to move back, and he just gave that shot to Marky, and Marky just made sure he didn't miss. He's like, all right, guys, this is the time I will not miss because you just gave me a shot.
With 54 seconds remaining, if Flipside can hold on, they'll force Game 5 against Mockett. Goes over to the side. Devo plays it away from Cookser. Marky keeps the pressure on. They've got to hold on here. The ball moves back into the blue. It'll be Greasy who sends a nice lofter towards the goal. Devo gets a very soft clear over to Violent Panda, who puts it over the side away from Greasy. Now he's going to play that one into the corner. Final 30 seconds. Mockett needing one. If they can get that one, force overtime, they can still possibly put it away in this game, or Flipside might send us to Game 5. Devo trying to push that one through. It's over to the side, and Greasy sending that one back into the orange. Final 10 seconds as it drops near the box of Flipside. Pesci trying to set this one out for Violent Panda. It's hit the final second. Will it touch the ground? It does, and Flipside sends us to Game 5.
Look at that. As soon as they started to get a demo to the end, they moved on offense and almost had a scoring opportunity. I think they just have to stick. That's incredible. Stick to their guns in this next match. I mean, still incredibly close. They had a lot of shot opportunities, scoring opportunities. And, you know, they're still lucky that some of these shots for Flipside are missing. Otherwise, it could have been a higher score for Flipside. But I said it coming into the game before this that Flipside probably knows what they needed to go into this. Now, the real question does Mockett know what they need to do coming into the last game? And that's really what's going to separate it. Flipside has the upper hand in the series at this point, just momentum-wise, and I feel like it's really up to Mockett to figure that out.
Yeah, a very, very even game we had here in game number 4. 7 shots on one side, 8 shots on the other. Both had 5 saves. One had 2 goals, one had 1. Both were assisted. As far as stats go, this is extremely even. We're definitely seeing Cookser starting to step up, getting some saves, getting a lot of shots, and getting some goals for this team here. The way that he's been able to play, and Marky as well, his accuracy stepping up. Not missing that breakaway. It's an easy thing to miss, but he got that one in, got that counterplay, and got the win there for Flipside.
Well, as you said, I mean, Cookser just knowing that, okay, I really have to step it up. He's warmed up a lot in the past few games. His gameplay is just getting better and better as the series goes on, and that's a scary thing, especially knowing, as we said, that he can shoot from anywhere. And that's something you have to be aware of as Mockett. But Greasy also not to be counted out for their team. I saw him just, even when he's not a part of the play, he's over grabbing boost starving the opponents, giving his teammates those chances that they need to score.
Game number 5 between the teams tied right now for second place. Looking to tie up the first place team in Northern Gaming. And it all comes down to this game right here as Marky plays it into the corner. He's going to look to set it up off of his own touch. Drops towards Greasy. He'll fall back as Cookser comes up. Sends that one into the corner. Pashy flips on the side there, and Marky will be able to loft this one. Can Greasy get the angle? He's got to get a soft touch, puts it off the backboard, and it'll be Devo who puts it over to Pashy. Very nice angle there from Pashy, but Cookser able to handle that one easily, send that one back over into the orange.
I mean, it's a good setup. Marky is aware of things. He knew defenders in the way, rolled it up instead of putting it on target, and got a nice pass out. Very smart plays like that are what's going to set Flipside ahead.
Violent Panda. Oh, wow. Just completely open net. I bet they thought Greasy Meister would have gotten back by then, but that is the goal for Mockett.
I got commentator cursed it a bit. 2 people up in the air. One should have been staying down. There's not much more to say about that except extreme overcommittance and bad communication.
And that might be the difference maker in this game. Mockett now with the lead. They can just hold on. They did it early, and they've given 4 minutes left on the clock here for Flipside to come back. We'll see what they're able to do. Cookser just gets bumped crazy like there by Violent Panda. Marky Dudok coming up, puts it off the backboard. Devo now with an opportunity. Can they get the shot? Pashy can't quite get it through Greasy. He was able to get back and just position himself perfectly to be in the way of that one. It was a close one. 2 players, Marky and Cookser again overcommitting on defense. That sort of stuff will not spell victory for them if they keep that up. They're going to have to tighten things up on defense a bit and on offense at this point as they are down by 1 with 3:25 left to go.
Yeah, they're starting to let a lot of shots come in, but I mean, we saw that even in game number 2, and they still ended up winning it. So, I mean, just because these shots are coming in, it really depends if Devo just goes off, because the second he does something like we've seen him do before, I mean, it's game over.
Marky wrapping this one around the wall, pops it over the top of Devo to Cookser. The angle is incredible, and they get a tie game out of it.
Devo expecting a quick shot here, but Marky gets that pass out to his teammate. Nice little flick to Cookser, comes from the far side. There's no way a defender seeing him. Cookser came so far from the right side of that net. Just a beautiful play altogether from Flipside.
3:03 left to go in game 5. It's anybody's game. Anyone can take this and move up to that 4-1 standing. Violent Panda now wrapping this around, putting it over to Devo. It'll be Cookser who plays it down the middle. Pashy watching this one as Marky gets in the air and takes a shot towards the net, looking to double tap it, looking to dunk it over Devo, but doesn't get it. Cookser keeps that pressure on. Pashy is in the air, but misses, and Greasy comes in to take a shot. It goes wide, and Devo able to push it out up to Marky. Cookser watching this one, loses the 50-50 with Violent Panda, who pushes it around. Right here at halftime, still a tie game between Mockett and Flipside.
There's some demos coming out, though, as you see it. Last time they did this, gave themselves enough breathing room to get a shot and a play started up, and it seems to almost be working out again. I'm sure now that they realize that they're on attack, they're going to try that a little bit more.
Greasy pushing up. Devo countering. Marky puts it over to the side. Violent Panda drop that one over the top. Greasy coming up now. As Devo tries to drop it in, it's Cookser. Tries to push out of his own half. That 50-50 puts it back into the box, and it'll be Cookser over to Greasy. Let's see if they can pass this one through. They got to get it past Violent Panda, but he will get there first and put it into the corner. Now Cookser putting it out. Marky will rotate out. Nobody really filling into that defensive role at the moment. Cookser's going to go for boost. Marky took a shot, and it went wide, but still a very open backfield right now for Flipside as Mockett is going to try and push this one through.
Those are scary plays from Flipside, both vertical and horizontal movement from that ball. As a defender, it's so hard to figure out what to do, but Marky gets that one through. What a shot.
Well done here as Greasy drops it off of the corner. Got it there before Devo could touch it. Marky upside down, gets exactly the angle he needs and gets the lead back for Flipside.
Beautiful recorrection at the last second from Marky Dude. As you just said, grabbing themselves the lead. This is a good spot to be coming into that final minute of gameplay because you have the biggest upper hand at that, especially in a game number 5.
Marky Duda pushing that one around. It's Cookser who is on the wall. We'll send it out to the middle where Pashy clears it to the far corner. No one there. It's Greasy who will rotate in first. Got it past Devo. A very dangerous situation. If Devo had hit that, we'd easily have a tie game right now. But it's the final minute. Flipside up by 1. Can they hold on here against Market Aces. It's been back and forth all series long, and Violent Panda will drop it in. Well done, it's a tie game.
Panda just coming in clutch to tie this one up, reading that roof bounce so well. The air roll to get the nose to the far side. No defender there to stop it. Good clutch goal from Violent Panda.
With 50 seconds remaining, it's still anybody's game. We've been to overtime before. See if they do it again here. Pashy plays it into the corner. Greasy drops it down. It's Violent Panda playing it across home. Marky's touch was critical as Pashy had the shot. Devo putting it back down. Marky will play it back into the box. Close one there as the final 30 seconds are upon us. Cookser will play it into the corner. It's Marky looking for the opportunity, but Violent Panda gets the 50-50 over to Devo, who sets it up high. He can't get the shot, and Cookser will take over. Sending it up to Marky, who sends it into the corner. 16 seconds. Greasy in the air. Sends it towards the backboard as Violent Panda misses the touch. Can Marky finish? It goes just wide. Pashy was able to send it away. Final countdown. No pressure right now from Flipside as it hits that final second. Greasy gets an angle. Can Cookser get it? No, it'll touch the ground, and we'll have overtime in Game 5.
This is so close. These two teams fighting for those top spots right now. 2-2 with 2-2 in the series. Incredible. This is the best series you could ask for between these two teams.
Violent Panda puts that one off the backboard, and Pashy misses the shot. Cookser will be able to play it into the corner, but the next goal will win. Everything on the line here as Violent Panda plays it into the backfield. Greasy is there. Oh, the contention sends it just away as he had played it behind the goalie, Marky. Cookser will play this one up. He and Greasy kind of being aggressive. Marky looking for an opportunity. Stevo misses on the wall. Marky looks to back pass here to Cookser, who will send it upfield towards the net. Violent Panda sends it over to the side. Where's Greasy? Comes up from the back, puts it towards the backboard. Pashy sitting in net, watching what they're going to do as Cookser tries to play this one over the top. Pashy to 1v1 Masters, not going to be dribbled on. He's going to be able to win that one and put it all the way into the blue. Can Violent Panda get the shot? No, Marky clears it away.
Marky, such good patience to keep that one out. This is so close back and forth. And to make commentator curse it, but I feel like Devo just has to do something crazy to end the series because it is going so perfect right now. I love how exciting this is.
Greasy sending one towards the goal. Violent Panda gets the save. Now it's up to Devo. What'll he do here in the corner? Lets Marky take the hit, and Pashy sends it off the wall, but Violent Panda will have a shot onto the backboard. And here comes Devo with a shot placement just high of the goal. Gets a demo onto the Cookser, and Pashy's shot almost goes in, but Marky gets the clear. They're holding on right now, 1:30 into overtime. Flipside going to try and push back out.
It's so rough. They were reaching for boost at that point. Every single boost getting taken up by Mocket, especially the demos too. That just starts to frustrate you. Such good pressure from Mocket.
It's over on the wall right now. The Violent Panda gets a pass too, and Greasy's downfield. Does it go in? It's wide, and Greasy will be able to pop it high. Pashy couldn't get the shot. They had an open net, and were not able to put it in. They're still in a dangerous position, but Greasy gets the clear, puts it out to the middle where Cookser is waiting. Only one person falling back on defense right now, but Cookser will go for boost, give him a bit of space. And now with 2 minutes gone, had some long overtimes today, Leaf. There's been a lot of overtimes with these guys.
I'm okay with that because more Rocket League equals better times.
That's right. Pashy putting this one off the backboard. Violent Panda coming in for the shot, but Cookser to Marky. They have a pass play materializing here as Devo will interrupt it and send it into the corner. Marky will try to wrap this one around, but Violent Panda sends it back. Cookser comes up and tries to take the shot. And now Violent Panda around the corner. Greasy clears it off. Across the midfield line, Devo misses that. Could be critical here as Marky moves up, gets it past Pashy, and Greasy cannot get it through as Violent Panda puts it high. Cooks are going to keep that pressure on. It'll be Violent Panda again who clears it. Devo sitting in net as Marky comes in. They continue to pound shot after shot, but now it's Devo in the 1v1 with Greasy. He's able to put it into the blue, get it past Cookser and onto the backboard, but Greasy, what a positioning, realizing where that ball was going and clearing it away.
Both teams trying so hard right now. Everyone is playing so well, stopping every attack and then transitioning quickly the other way. This is so close.
Devo dropping it to Pashy. 3 minutes into overtime now. As Violent Panda wraps this one around the corner, it's Marky. Sends it over the side, it'll go up the wall, and Devo's pitch will send it out to the middle. Pashy's hit goes high. Greasy sits in net. As Violent Panda takes a shot, Greasy to the far side. Watching Marky as he falls back and lets Cookser take this one. Plays it over the top of Devo. They've drawn him out of position. Violent Panda will up and drop it towards Greasy Meister, who wraps this one around very quickly. The amount of control these guys have. Can Marky put this one in? It goes back into the corner. Violent Panda trying to push it out to Devo. Sends it onto the backboard. Can Pesci make the shot? It's Cookser who gets there first. Now Marky, let that one touch. Violent will try to play this one out. But Greasy sends it on to the backboard. Cookser is up and drops it just wide. Cannot find the net. 4 minutes into overtime, and we're still going here.
I'm sorry, I'm just making like noises over here. This is this is intense. So back and forth between these two. Any moment this ball could go in. So much back and forth, but it's not just ping pong. They're setting up plays and they're getting scoring opportunities. Just blocked out every time by both defense. There it is.
Found the shot and gets the win. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in overtime. He blazes it right in there and gets the win.
Cooks here, the last defender back, can't do anything. What a touch from Pesci. Finds the top corner. Such a good placement from him to finish it off. So close between both these teams. Oh my goodness.
And it's critical for Mocket as that moves them into the #1 spot as they already have the win over Northern Gaming. What a play from Mocket there. And Flipside, gotta be hurting. It's been a rough day for them.
In all honesty, both teams deserve that win. There's no team that deserved that more. They both had great setups from either side. They pushed so hard back and forth. It was just incredible. Shots were off the charts from both teams. Saves as well. They both did so good. That is some good Rocket League right there. Thank you, EU, for giving that to us. But yeah, I mean, congrats to Mocket for taking that one.
Yeah, wow. What a play. What a series between these guys going the full distance, almost giving us 2 games there for that price of 1 in game number 5. But holy cow, that was a great match. I'm going to send it back over to the analyst desk where I'm sure they got lots of great things to say about that one. Axel Toss, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wave Punk and Leaf. What a phenomenal match. Exactly what we were kind of hoping for. 5 games, overtimes. The last game was incredibly long overtime. It was awesome. Unfortunately for Flipside, that means they dropped both their matches today. So they go from coming into the day as the #1 in the EU standings to now they're sitting at #3, and the day's not over yet because we have some teams that could actually catch Flipside Tactics. But let's go ahead and take a look at another replay of that match as there's plenty of highlights to choose from.
All started in game 1, and we were talking about Devo on the desk, and he came up huge in game 1 with 2 huge goals. One in overtime where he just tucks it under the crossbar. This was an incredible shot right here. Just the patience of boosting backwards to let that ball hit the wall first so then he could tuck it in. Then we move on to game 2 where Flipside bounced back, which is weird because Flipside had 14 shots in game 1, but they lost that game. And then game 2, they only have 5, but they give up 14 shots and they take the win in game 2. And then we go right back to Mocket. It's just back and forth. And Devo, again, is just insane. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I want to know what controller he uses because I can't do that. And then Cooks here, he was playing pretty well as well with the shot accuracy plus the shot power because Mocket tends to sit 2 or 3 in net and it still goes in. And then Marky got the free goal for the win there. And then we move on to game 5. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in overtime. Violent Panda had a huge game 5. I thought he stepped up huge here. And then Pesci, once again, making history with Flipside. It's always Pesci versus Flipside. Pesci always comes up clutch against Flipside. He does it again here. They get the win. That's a huge boost. That could mean a land trip for them. Like, they still have some games to play, but now they hold that head-to-head tiebreaker. So really big win here from Mocket Aces, and they still have a game left today.
Yeah, and I think Devo, again, huge story of that match, huge story of this season, just from the very beginning, coming out and showing incredible Rocket League play. Again, congrats to Mocket Aces. I feel like that's a huge testament to a great team too. When you're battling, you know, you're in the trenches, it's tied 2-2, you're in overtime, yet you're still able to come out with the win. Huge testament to a good team, and it should help them out later. Coming up next, of course, that was the last match for Flipside Tactics. We're going to be able to see Mocket Aces again. It's going to be Mocket Aces versus Precision Z. So we get to watch Mocket Aces once again, and Precision Z is going to try to come in and challenge them. Stay tuned. You're watching the Rocket League Championship Series, our coverage of the European region. We'll be right back.